उमज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Here in this verse we are seeing some of the qualifications of a true sadhu, associating with whom the doors of liberation will be open for a conditioned soul. So this is not some ordinary thing. A sadhu is not an ordinary man, simply some layman, someone. No. So what are the qualifications we see in a sadhu? So here many things are given here in this verse. Mayi ananyena bhavena bhaktim kurvanti me dridham matkrite tyakta karmanah tyakta svajana bandhavaah. Mainly here in this verse, it is like focus is given towards Dhrida Bhakti or Ananya Bhakti, and how a sadhu will be ready to renounce all his connections with family, with friends, with relatives, all personal comforts he is ready to give up. So this is what we'll be seeing in today's session. Mahi ananyena bhavena. What kind of surrender Krishna expects from us? Because especially in traditional Hindu families where we come from, some little devotion will be there. Along with that, so many other household work will be there. Some service to the society will be there. Many things. In fact, we have heard some elderly people telling, yes, you should do devotion. But how much? 5 minutes, 10 minutes in the morning, should go to puja room, offer some prayers, offer something, and that is sufficient. Rest, so many other obligations, other duties are there, those things needs to be taken care. If at all they find a person in their family getting little too much attached to any form of devotional activities, more time they are spending in the puja room or going to some temples and spending more time there, an alarm will be raised. Now that has also got some place. This much time, morning time or whatever, this place, this time, some restrictions are there. But is this what Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita? No. In fact, as far as my reading goes, again and again and again, Krishna stresses on one thing, which is undeviating devotional service. In many verses, Krishna repeatedly says this. Just like children are being sent to school, If at all, like during admission or when they are being sent to school, the school authorities, lot of rules and regulations will be there, conditions will be there. The child should come to school within this time, their lunch break will be fixed at this time, the school ends at this time, fees should be paid in such a manner, there is some sports class, homework will be given, they have to finish the homework and come prepared for the next day, examination will be there. So when the parents take their child and leave them in the school, have we seen any parents telling, no, my son, he is used to getting up at 9 o'clock. So though your school may start at 8 o'clock, for him, can you please allow him to come at 10 o'clock? So 10 o'clock to up to maybe 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock he can stay. Or will any parent say, every day like he is being like taking his lunch, say afternoon 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock, this 12:30 to 1 o'clock, this lunch break is not suitable. Or examination time, this season we are planning for a trip, conduct your exam some other time. No, all the rules, regulations given there, very strictly we have to adhere to that, we have to subscribe to that. If at all education, so people take it up very seriously. So this education, whatever, this is primary, this is most important. Of course, other time will be given for their lunch, for their some health problems, some adjustments will be done. And there is time, vacation time for going out station, whatever, so many other things, time for play, everything is regulated. Keeping studies in the center and also with considerations for personal necessities, requirements, certain systems are being put and everyone has to stick on to that. Likewise, we see, say a person wants to become a military officer, a commander, so he also has to dedicate his life for that. For him also timings are given, rules are there, strictly he has to adhere to that. He can't say whenever I want to go, I leave and go. Of course, some vacations may be there. Even during vacations also, if at all there is some emergency, a call comes, he has to leave and come back and attend to his duty. So things are very strict. Likewise, if we want to advance in our devotional life, advance in our spiritual life, this spiritual practices, sadhana bhakti, has to be taken very seriously. However I want, I will do. There are many other things in my life, I have to take care of that. Along with that, in the remaining time, little time, whatever available I will do. Or this is also important, there are many other equally important things in my life, I need to take care of those also. No. Practice of devotional service is primary. All other considerations are secondary. So how those secondary, of course it's not said that secondary considerations are not there or not required. No. It should be done according to the directions of the spiritual master. Just like the school student, there is time for play, there is time for going outstation for vacations, but everything is scheduled. Likewise, sadhana bhakti means, yes, service, our sadhana, this is primary. Other things, taking care of our health, washing clothes, taking bath, taking rest, many other considerations in a regulated way, it needs to be done. Undeviatingly. So this is what, through various verses from the Bhagavad Gita, we can see how Krishna repeatedly he says, Ananya cheta satatam. Chetaha, our mind, undeviatingly it should be fixed on Krishna. Ananyas chintayanto mam. Undeviatingly you think about me. Mai eva mana adatsva. Fix your mind only upon me. Mai eva mana adatsva, mai buddhim niveshaya. Likewise, Krishna many times, again and again in the Bhagavad Gita, he speaks about this. And at the end, Sarvadharman Parityajya Mam Ekam Sharanam Vraja. Abandon everything and just surrender only unto me. So this is what is Ananya Bhavena. Mai Ananyena Bhavena. This is repeatedly stressed in the Bhagavad Gita, and we have seen how devotees have practiced this Ananya Bhakti through the various examples given in Bhagavatam. Just yesterday there was discussion about King Nabhi. Very nicely performed his whatever material activities, keeping the Lord in the center. And how nicely he performed. He along with all his priests, they performed yajna for the satisfaction of the Lord, and being pleased with them, the Supreme Lord personally comes there. So we see like this lot of examples in the Bhagavatam of devotees who have practiced this Ananya Bhakti. Though externally they may be seen as being involved in many other activities, but they knew what is primary. All other things they'll make adjustments. In fact, like 24 hours dedicated for the service of the Supreme Lord. In fact, in today's conversation, Srila Prabhupada is telling, like one devotee is speaking about opening Varnashrama college, and in that Varnashrama college, who will teach the Kshatriyas? So Prabhupada says, yes, we will teach the Kshatriyas also. So Prabhupada says there how the Brahmanas, they all become devotee, they would all be engaged in devotional life. Prabhupada cuts there and he says, this is also devotion, to teach a Kshatriya, because this is necessary in the society. This is also devotion. So, likewise, things connected with the Lord, because this Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, everyone are required for the maintenance of the society, so that for everyone devotional whatever atmosphere can be created, help them progress in their journey towards Krishna. So all these things are plan of Krishna, how the society has to be organized. If at all we are helping to implement that, that is also devotional service. Likewise, 24 hours, Ananyena Bhavena, a devotee should be engaged in Krishna's service. And how this has to be done? Tyakta karmanaha, tyakta svajana bandavaha. Tyakta karmanaha. In this material world, there are a lot of duties for us. We have obligation towards our parents, to the society, to the nation. So many things we are obligated towards. So, very nicely in the Bhagavatam, Narada Muni nicely explains this through that verse. In his instructions to Vyasadeva, Narada Muni says, Tyaktva swadharmam charanambujam harer. There he makes a comparison between two persons. First person, Tyaktva swadharmam charanambujam harer bhajan apakvaha patet tato yadi. Three things he says there. One is, this one person, he has given up all his duties, material duties, his obligation towards his family, towards nation, everything he has given up. That itself we say it is sinful, it is not correct. On top of that, okay, somehow he charanambujam harer, he is performing devotional service, but bhajan apakvaha, he is not performing his devotional service properly, not mature in his devotional service, may not ananya. There are many other considerations are there, sense gratification, he is not able to completely give up. Bhajan apakvaha, that is again say a failure we may say. And finally, patet tato yadi, over gradually over a period of time, he may eventually fall from his devotional practices also. There may be a fall down. First of all, giving up family obligations or whatever rules, swadharma, not performing devotional service properly, and eventually has fallen. Apparently, it looks as if, this is not okay. This is not proper. Compared to another person, the other person very nicely is performing his religious, whatever material duties. Abhajatam swadharmatah. Swadharma nipunaha. Very expertly is performing all his material duties towards his family, nation, everything is performing very nicely. But abhajatam, he has not surrendered to the Lord. He is not practicing devotional life. Then Narada Muni says, this person who has dedicated his life for the Lord, though not performing devotional service and eventually fallen down, he is better compared to a person who is doing all his material obligations, duties properly, but not worshipping the Supreme Lord. So this is the conclusion of Narada Muni given in the Bhagavatam. So we should be very much convinced with this, because sometimes devotee we may feel, I am not practicing properly, I am unable to progress, what if I fall down? Narada Muni is giving assurance, no issues. Still, even little, swalpamapi asya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. Another place, Prabhupada says in one lecture, that is explained here. If you think, if I take to Krishna consciousness and join this international movement, I will be deviating from my real duty. What is your real duty? Suppose you are a nice, very nice Brahmana or nice Kshatriya or nice businessman, nice politician, and if you think that your career will be lost by joining this Krishna consciousness movement, if anyone thinks like this, oh, my career will be gone if I join here, this Krishna consciousness movement, Prabhupada says, don't think like that. It is still profitable. Even if you give up whole career and simply join Krishna consciousness movement, then your life is success. That is being stressed. Swalpamapi asya dharmasya. In the eternal journey of the spirit soul, rare opportunity, we have got this human form of life, and still very rare is getting Bhakti Lata Bij by the mercy of the spiritual master and Krishna. Having obtained this, whatever eventual fall down or unable to practice, that's the secondary consideration. Swalpamapi asya dharmasya, even little, some time in his life he has practiced devotional life, it is for his eternal credit. That is being stressed here. So same thing Narada Muni preaches to Daksha's sons also, Haryashvas and Shavalashvas. There in that context also Prabhupada mentions there. In such cases, the disciples of Narada Muni advise all the members of the younger generation to join the Krishna consciousness movement immediately. There is nothing wrong in this. So there will be people like Daksha who may oppose this. Still, followers of Narada Muni, go ahead preaching this and encourage or inspire people to dedicate their lives for the Krishna consciousness movement. Tyakta karmanaha. Another place in the Bhagavad Gita, in the 12th chapter, very nicely Krishna says, Yetu sarvani karmani mai sanyasya matparaha. All your karmas, all your activities, Mai Sanyasya, dedicate it unto me. Don't perform any other activities or duties. All your activities should be directed towards me. ये तो सर्वाणि कर्माणि मयि सन्न्यस्य मत्पराः अनन्येनैव योगेन मां ध्यायन्त उपासते. Again Krishna says ananyenaiva yogena, undeviatingly, just think about me. Okay, a person does this. What will Krishna do? Next verse Krishna says, what's that? Ananyena yogena mam dhyayanta upasate tesham aham samudharta mrityu samsara sagarat. For such person, from this mrityu samsara sagara, ocean of birth and death, samudharta, I will pick him up. How will I pick him up? Tesham aham samudharta mrityu samsara sagarat bhavami na chirat partha maya veshita chetasam. Na chirat means immediately or quickly. Na chirat. Chira means long time. No. Quickly I'll pick him up from this ocean of birth and death, this material world. Krishna guarantees this. So, that's how as devotees we should have faith in this. Giving up all other activities, obligations in this material world. If a devotee has dedicated his life for the service of the Supreme Lord, then definitely Krishna will pick him up from this material world and elevate him, take him back to Godhead. So, giving up duties means again tyaktva svajana bandavaha. If we are giving up duties, then what will happen? Definitely Svajana, Bandhava, relatives, family members, definitely we can't be attached towards them also. Svajana, Bandhava. So many examples we find in the Vedic literatures. Especially in our parampara, if we see, majority of all the acharyas, they're all like given up their material responsibilities, family life, everything, and dedicated. And also we have seen there are many grihasthas also, just like Lord Brahma, there are examples. But this is the spirit what they carry. Tyaktva svajana bandhavaha. They are not attached to their family members or relatives or friends. Though they may be living with them, if the circumstance is favorable for their devotional service, yes, well and good. If it is not favorable, then always be prepared to give up also. Just like we see in the case of Bharata, Lord Rama's brother, he rejected his mother because she was against him undeviatingly serving Lord Rama. She created an obstacle for that. He rejected his mother. Prahalada, he rejected his father. So many impediments he was not allowing him to chant or whatever. So he rejected his father, not ready to listen to his instructions. Vibhishana rejected his brother Ravana. Good, nice counsel he gave. No, what you have done is very much wrong. Abducting Mother Sita. Now also time is there. Let us go, beg for forgiveness and give Mother Sita back to Lord Rama. Then everything will be settled. Ravana doesn't agree for this. So Vibhishana rejects his brother and comes towards Lord Rama. Likewise, many other, Bali Maharaja rejecting his own spiritual master, that we have seen. So these are all various examples, and even in fact, as mentioned in Bhagavatam, in the Krishna book, that story of Brahmana Patnis in the outskirts of Vrindavana, they rejected their own husbands. And especially the gopis, they gave up everyone, anything and everything they gave up, including like dependent children, small babies on their laps, being breastfed. They rejected or gave up them also and went towards Krishna. So likewise we see all these examples, exalted devotees, how they were ready to give up anything and everything if it is not favorable for their devotional practices. So here, saying this, there's a word of caution also. Just like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's teachings, it is summarized as Vairagya Vidya Nija Bhakti Yogam Shikshartham. Sarvam Bhattacharya praises Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in this way. Lord Chaitanya has come here to teach Vairagya Vidya. So our path is a path of renunciation, not being materially attached. But how it needs to be done, it should be done very carefully. We see various Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructing various devotees in different ways. Just like when Kurma Brahmana, he offered himself. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to Kurma Kshetra, that Brahmana, he brought him to his house, took care of him. And when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was proceeding further away, he told, no, I will also come with you. I leave my family, everything. He had a very big family. I also want to come along with you. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not agree for that. No, go back to your house, chant Hare Krishna and take care of your material responsibilities and preach this Krishna consciousness to others. Then the purport Srila Prabhupada writes, it is not advisable in this age of Kali to leave one's family suddenly, for people are not trained as proper brahmacharis and grihasthas. Therefore, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu advised the Brahmana not to be too eager to give up family life. It would be better to remain with his family and try to become purified by chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra regularly under the direction of a spiritual master. So this is very important. Under the direction of a spiritual master, you stay back in your family life. This was the advice given to that Kurma Brahmana by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Another example we'll see is of Raghunatha Bhatta Goswami. So he also, Raghunatha Bhatta Goswami from Varanasi, son of Tapana Mishra, another great devotee. He came to Nilachala, Jagannath Puri, to come towards Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So there he stayed for 8 months along with Mahaprabhu. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, no, now you go back. Go back to Varanasi. 3 things Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says to Raghunatha Bhatta Goswami before sending him to Varanasi. He says, first thing is, don't get married. Second thing, take care of your devotee parents. They are very old now because Tapana Mishra, they were all very great devotees. In fact, they were practicing Krishna consciousness in Varanasi, where majority of them are Mayavadis. They are finding it very difficult to practice there. It's just like now if we see some videos, some devotees chanting in Pakistan or China somewhere. So definitely, in such place they are practicing, very great, we'll say. Likewise, during those days, Tapana Mishra, Chandrasekhara, very handful devotees only in Varanasi, they were able to practice with great difficulty. So, such devotees are there. Now they are old now. You go back and take care of them. Raghunatha Bhatta Goswami was sent back. And then third thing Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says to him is, read Srimad Bhagavatam from a self-realized Vaishnava. So go finish reading Bhagavatam through the help of devotees. Don't get married, take care of your parents and read Bhagavatam daily. So he instructed this and sent Raghunatha Bhatta Goswami back to Varanasi. After 4 years, when the Raghunatha Bhatta Goswami's parents passed away, then he absolved himself from all obligations and came and dedicated his life for the mission of Lord Chaitanya. It took 4 years for him. And then likewise we see for Raghunatha Dasa Goswami also. Initially, when he was in the age of 15 itself, he saw Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and he was attracted towards him. When he was 19 years old, second time when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu attempted to go to Vrindavana, but he went towards Ramakeli. There again, when he came back in Advaita Acharya's house, Raghunath Das Goswami meets him there, and there the desire he had in his heart. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not agree for this. In fact, Mahaprabhu says, I'll read these few quotes from Chaitanya Charitamrita, very beautiful instructions. Stirahaya ghare yao na havo vatula krame krame payaloka bhava sindhukula. Be patient and return home. Don't be a crazy fellow. By and by, you will be able to cross the ocean of material existence. Markata vairagya na kara loka dekhaya yatha yogya vishaya bunja anasaktahaya. You should not make yourself a show bottle devotee and become a false renunciant. For the time being, enjoy the material world in a befitting way and do not become attached to it. So be in your home, but don't be attached there. Anthare nishtakara bahya loka vyavahara achirat krishna tomaya karibe uddhara. Within your heart, you should keep yourself very faithful, but externally you may behave like an ordinary man. Thus, Krishna will soon be very pleased and deliver you from the clutches of Maya. So, antare nishthakara, internally be strict and follow everything nicely, faithful. Externally, you may behave like an ordinary man. Soon, Krishna will deliver you. Vrindavana dekhi abe asiba nila chale, tabe tumi ama pasha asiha kona chale. You may see me at Neelachala Jagannath Puri when I return after visiting Vrindavana. By that time, you can think of some trick to escape. So Mahaprabhu is giving some indication also. You stay there in your home now, by then you think of some trick how to escape. Then, Se chala se kale Krishna spurabe tomare Krishna kripa yanre tare ke rakhete pare. What kind of means you will have to use at that time will be revealed by Krishna. If one has Krishna's mercy, no one can check him. So how to come, what chala or what trick to be used, Krishna will reveal in your heart. Now you go back to your home, time will come, and then you may come and meet me in Jagannath Puri. So likewise, of course, we see the story after Raghunath Das Goswami getting the mercy of Nityananda Prabhu, he was able to go to Jagannath Puri. So likewise, and even to Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami also, long ago itself they had written a letter that we don't want to stay here, we are feeling very difficult. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, through a letter, he had instructed them. Srila Prabhupada writes that, just as a married woman who has a paramour performs her household duties nicely so that her husband won't suspect that she is always meditating upon meeting her lover, one should do one's work conscientiously, never losing sight of the fact that one is a servant of Godhead or Krishna. So like these various instances we see. So what's the conclusion? Yes, what Bhagavad Gita speaks of, Sarva Dharman Parityajya, to give up all material obligations, material duties, Tyaktva Swadharmam, all these things are being spoken. In fact, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's teachings, Vairagya Vidya, but still this has to be done carefully under the guidance of the spiritual master and not whimsically. If it is done whimsically, because we are not, our mission is not to become renounced. Our mission is to become devotees of the Lord. Ananya bhavena, undeviatingly, we want to serve the Supreme Lord, practice devotional life. For that, what is favorable, we need to accept. If at all for a devotee, staying in family life is favorable for him, then that can be accepted. Or giving up family life is favorable for his devotional service, that can be accepted, because different people, different categories will be there. Gajendra is there and crocodile is there. For Gajendra, elephant, staying on the land, there he is the strongest. Nobody can defeat him. Easily could have chased away that crocodile. Because the crocodile outside the water is not very strong. But inside the water, the elephant becomes weak. The crocodile will be very strong. It has an upper edge staying in the water. So different categories of devotees will be there, whichever is suitable for us under the guidance of Vaishnavas, if we accept, but our focus should be towards practicing Ananya Bhakti. Mayi Ananyena Bhavena Bhaktim Kurvanti Ye Dridham. Dridha, staunch devotional service. For this purpose, Mat Krite Tyakta Karmanaha Tyakta Svabjana Bhandavaha. Whatever we find is detrimental or causing obstacle for this Ananya Bhakti, practice of Ananya Bhakti, we should be ready to give it up. So we'll conclude with this. Grantraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Srila Prabhupada ki,